So first things first, you want to be able to find your file. Just make sure you type in Stardew on your search on the top of your PC or your computer, the main page, this PC, yeah, and then we're gonna wait for the roaming file to come out. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. It might take a while for some PCs, but give it some time. It should come up. And make sure it is app data and roaming. You want to make sure it's the save folder. Be mindful that you want to put that under your quick access so that you can access it again. And this was after I've copied the folder from my friend's PC. So right now we're gonna copy over the save file, Dookie, that's the farm and the name of my friend's hosting. We're gonna make a copy. Alright, make sure to have a copy and you gotta back it up. Otherwise, when something goes wrong, you know, things are gonna go wrong permanently and you won't be able to recover it. Another thing we need to do is go under the Steam settings and we want to turn off and disable the cloud synchronization. If we don't do that, it's just gonna overwrite whatever we've done before and it's gonna be a waste of time. And before I continue, I want to give a special shout out to Mr. Smashy for giving out the guide for me to follow, and I managed to learn some stuff. So, you know, you want to check the Reddit link out. I've left the link down in the description. Right, after immediately getting the save file, what you want to get is the Sublime text program. It can be downloaded, and I'll leave the link behind in the description as well. And the reason why we want to download this is so that we can actually read this and install the control package for the codes of the game. To install the control package, what you need to do is press Ctrl-Shift-P and move to Package Control. Install package. Immediately after that, you want to install the indent XML file. You can do the same thing, Ctrl-Shift-P and search for indent XML. Please keep in mind that you need the code to be opened. That means you need to open up the file before searching for that, otherwise it's not going to come out. I've tried it in some empty files and I don't know how or why I can't find indent XML. Just make sure to read the code first, or just open it up with Sublime text and search for it. Now this is where things get interesting. What you want to do next here is create two new tabs, and we're gonna copy out the player and the farmhand code, which happens to be your friend hosting it, which is the player, and yourself, which is the farmhand, playing in his host. Alright, and for naming sake, I'm just gonna name and save the files as player and farmhand. So you want to copy everything, and I mean everything under the player word up to the next player sign, /player I believe is what it is, and you're gonna copy the whole thing, and you need to have like the multiplayer ID and everything like that in there as well. Just keep that in mind. It's gonna be pretty easy once you do it once or twice or 3 times. So hang in there. I found it helpful to use the search function. Just press Ctrl F and type in exactly what's written over there, except include a backspace / to find the end of the player statement. What you want to do when you split out player and the farmhand, which is who you are, and you want to make yourself the host, is to find out all the name locations. Alright, just switch them over. I'm going to put Dookie over here and Husky-Brow over there. Alright, change asymmetric things true to false. Then we're going to change the opposite to true. And we're going to find right here, there's another name over here. We're going to change that. Husky-Brow. And we're going to change that to false as well. Over to the right, there should be something similar. And there we go. Change that to Dookie. Oops. Dookie, and we're going to change that to true. Now that we've already changed our setup, what we want to do is copy our Dookie, my friend, who used to be the host, to the farmhand section. And we can search the farmhand section over here, and we found him Dookie right here. I've already replaced it, so you want to replace this whole thing until you find this multiplayer ID. Okay, it's a lot easier if you could use the search command over here, and type in this little smaller than / farmhand, and that should get you down real quick. Immediately after copying that, you want to do the same for the player. You're going to replace all this, everything under the player, alright? Make sure you get the whole line and not above it. Just going to replace everything, that way you save all your stats. In this case, I forgot to put the true sign here and root sign here. So after that, you're going to save that as your name underscore, and just type in whatever random code you want. It doesn't really matter. I just like to put an extra number on the side or change the number at the end, right? And next, we want to change the save game info. It has to be the same, just the front part. Husky name, the name being Husky Bra. Emoting is true, and emoting is true, name is Husky Bra. After that, put the files back into the same folder you found them under the save, and should be good. Now comes the easy part. All we need to do is just put all our save files back together. Do remember to make a new folder and name it as the same as your new saved file. So in my case, it would be huskybra underscore blah blah some numbers. So make that the same name, make that the same new folder, put it back into your save file where the roaming and Stardew Valley folder is, and it should be good to go if everything is done. Under co-ops, you want to go to host, and now you're able to host your Ducat farm. And there you have it. That's basically me playing in Huskybra, and now I'm the main character of this hosted server. You can just copy the whole file over, but you'll be playing as your friend. This is me playing as Dookie, and I just want to show you all what just happens when you just copy the file over without changing anything. This is pretty good if you want to make like double copies. That should be good, and we're gonna go and harvest all our parsnips here. Well, thank you guys for watching. I know this is not very comprehensive, but if you happen to have any questions, do let me know. I'll try to answer them as best as I can in the comments. Yeah, have a good weekend, and Husky out.